Did everyone complete the task that I assigned at this prayer service last year? Does anyone remember what I spoke about at the prayer service last year? Okay, let me offer a little refresher. Last year I asked you to make 2 lists. Who are you thankful for, and what are you thankful for? And then I challenge you to think about who and what are you thankful for, but take for granted. The task was to make it right, to find a way to be grateful and express the appropriate gratitude over the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't know how many guys took that task seriously. Hopefully at least a few of you did. Today, I want to help everyone take a few more steps down that same path. So to start, I need you to remember that Thanksgiving is a season, not a single day. Now, let's take a moment to discuss the people in your lives with the most thankless jobs. Those who go about their business each and every day with you being the singular focus of every decision they make and every step that they take. Despite the magnitude of their responsibilities, they don't quite feel that sense of gratitude. I'm of course talking about parents and teachers. Why? Why do we allow those who care so deeply for us to be left feeling at times that they're being taken for granted? The answer to why might be a bit complex, but I do believe that there's much that you guys can do to help change that. For generations, a child's education begins with parents and is then given over to teachers. That's what we've always called it, an education. In reality, it's so much more than that. Along with the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic, there are skills and abilities that are taught in a formal and an informal curriculum that are invaluable to your maturation. In our role as teachers, we inevitably take on far more tasks than simply educator. We're counselors, psychologists, rule enforcers, motivators, role models, coaches, mediators, doctors, news reporters, truth detectors, comedians, and caregivers. The good news is that the credentials, experience, education, patience, and vision to perform these jobs is at the top of the list of all other professional compensation, in line with doctors, lawyers, and CEOs of major companies, right? Wrong. Teachers don't do this for money. They don't do this for glory. They don't do it because it's easy and there's nothing else that they can do. Let's focus on the next great group, parents. The job of a parent is not to make your child happy or to get your child to like you. That seems a bit strange to hear, but a parent's role is to take a child and turn them into a responsible, respectful adult with strong morals and a deep faith. Seems easy enough, right? Wrong. In order to effectively parent, children must be challenged. And very often, children don't understand or appreciate why. Consider young children. Kids just want the toy or the chips, and they get upset when you don't give them that. As teens, you want freedom and autonomy, and you don't want to be told what to do each and every day. In those moments, we don't realize that parents are actually teaching us valuable lessons about moderation and boundaries. They're setting limits, levying consequences, and doing it all while trying to be as consistent as possible. The challenge in parenting is not at all a new concept. Look all the way back in the book of Genesis in chapter 1. The Father of the whole universe takes a week and prepares paradise for his children. What's his return on that investment? In a mere 3 chapters, those children betray him. By chapter 6, we learn that God's heart is filled with pain and he regrets creating them at all. Fast forward to Mary, the most exalted and highly favored mother of Jesus. She was rewarded for her faithfulness by a broken heart described in the Gospel of Luke as a sword that will pierce her own soul. Even Jesus, who was in very nature God, was met with contempt and crucifixion at the hands of the very people he came to serve and save. So now, let's bring all that back to us. What can we do? What can we do this year that perhaps we didn't do last year to help make this right? How do we express gratitude to those who care so deeply for us? How do we make our parents and our teachers feel thanked and appreciated for all that they do each day? Saying thank you is a great start. If you want to use the Thanksgiving weekend as the impetus for saying it, then say it to all those who we might take for granted, and do it sincerely. But don't stop there. Let's dive a little deeper. Showing gratitude is the next step. And let's remember, Thanksgiving is a season, not a day. The most dramatic way that each and every one of you in this room can demonstrate your gratitude is by doing lots of little things. Come to class prepared and on time. Do your homework. Come home before your curfew. Take out the trash or clear the table without being asked to do it. Put your phone away for a while. Ask mom or dad or your teacher how they're doing. Or perhaps even say a prayer of thanks before going to bed at night. And I want to let you all on a little secret before I wrap up. The little things are not so little. Happy Thanksgiving.